Hey guys.
Welcome to Mama Shmoo's Homeschool
Reviews.
Good job, bud. So we're going to share with you guys our morning basket that we've been enjoying reading. These are the books that we've been reading for the past few months, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to tell them? Yeah. Tell them, what's this one, buddy?
Bible.
It's our Bible. This is our Bible. We just finished the whole entire Bible. We probably read this a few times last year. This year we just finished it. And this is my favorite Bible
Mom,
of all times.
Put me in the video too.
Put you in the video too? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to show them? Okay. So then we're going to show them this Bible, okay?
Okay.
This is the Bible that we like too.
Yeah.
It's the early It's the early readers Bible. This is a really cool Bible that I like because it's more for a little bit older kids. Have a question at the end, and then they'll have something to do at the end, or they'll have little just questions just to make sure, I guess, that they're paying attention. But it's really good to interact with your kids. Really loving the devotions for the young readers, and I'll open it up for you. And it's very small. It's more for like someone that's reading themselves, and then they have a verse to learn, the story to read, and something to pray, and something to do. So I really like that one. It's really cool. So we have Squiggly Wiggly Surprise, and this is a cute little book. It has a little finger puppet, and it talks about the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. So it's really cool. I got it from a retired teacher, and she gave it to me. And this is really cute. When I go to the farm, it's a really good book for toddlers. Again, I also use it for my kindergartner, and she loves it. And it talks about when they go to the farm, all the animals they see. It's so cute. And there's always a little pig in here somewhere that they have to find. So we really like this book. Now, one of our favorites is from Little Animal Adventures called Brave Little Fox. And this is a Reader's Digest book. I'm sure we got this like as a hand-me-down, but the pictures are so pretty in here, and it's about a badger family and a fox family, and the boys become really good friends, and it talks about how they're being brave and courageous. So it's really neat how they look out for each other. Another book that I got from my aunt, who was a first grade teacher, and I really like this because they use a lot of verbs and nouns in here. I'm as hot as a fox, I'm as weak as a kitten, I'm as loud as a lion, I'm as quiet as a clam. And it's a really cool picture book that they enjoy. It's a very quick read, but we do this in the morning a lot, and they always request this one. This one we just read this morning. It is Make Ways for Ducklings, and it's a classic. We really love it, and it's a great read. And my kids always like to read it once in a while, and I always pull it out because I just think it's so much fun. And I like the black and white pictures on there. This one is a good one for toddlers or even a kindergartner or first grader. My daughter loves reading this to my son. It's What Will Come Out of These Eggs, and it's a flip book. So every time you flip it over, they're saying something is coming out of the egg, and then they get to guess. So it's really neat, and it's really cool to incorporate just counting for the kids and nature all in one book. And I would suggest this. This is a really great lift the flap book. So it's called Something is Coming. This also is a great book that was given to me. It's the Fish book. It's by Golden Books. And I love the vibrant colors in this book. It shares all about the sea creatures. It gives all of their names. And it talks about how big they are, how small they are. It describes them. And my son loves reading this book over and over again, and it's great to go along with the Octonauts because Octonauts, they talk a lot about the sea creatures, and this book is great to go along with it. Another book that my aunt got me was The Doorbell Rang, and look, she wrote the little reader level 1.9, and this is a good book for math, and if any kids like cookies, this would be the book to read them. My kids love cookies, so everybody kept on ringing the doorbell, and they had to keep on dividing the cookies so that everyone could share them. So it talked about division, and it was a great introduction to that. It was awesome. This one is The Very Hungry Bear. We got this at a library a long time ago. This is from 1986, a few years after I was born, and these illustrations are so precious. I just fall in love with the old prints. And this is talking about a very hungry bear that was really greedy and took some nuts from a squirrel, and they actually became friends. And this is just a really good character building sort of book. This one is another fun vintage book from the 70s. It's called Too Many Lollipops, and it's a scholastic book, and it happens to be this duck where he gets hurt all the time whenever he's doing any projects around the house, and he calls the doctor, and the doctor tells him to put something funny on his head, and he ends up looking so silly, and he says, go and have a lollipop. So at the very end, he had too many lollipops, and he got sick, and it's a great way to talk to your kids about eating too much of something and getting sick, and it's really a silly, silly book. This book is a book that we've incorporated in our morning time past few weeks because we're doing introductory to like Spanish words. We have a flashcard set that I use, but this one's really cute because it has little flaps. And then we just kind of go over it really quickly, like about 15 minutes, and just to introduce them to fun Spanish words that are in each room. So this one's a really, really good one. And as far as a really good Charlotte Mason book that I got at a used curriculum sale for free, this is Fluffy and Barren, and my daughter's describing it in a video. I'll put a little clip for you guys so you can hear her talk about it. So tell them why you like this book.
I like this book because it's like a dog in it and a duck, and I love their names, Fluffy and
Barren.
Yeah. So they all cuddle up together when it was snowy.
And they become best friends, right?
Yeah. Then Ducky saw the wild ducks, so she wanted to go somewhere else, and Barren thought she was going to leave him, but then Barren starts crying a little bit.
But this is about friendship and how the duck goes off and has babies and then comes back. And I talked about this in my favorite 2017 book list that we've loved, and I'll link that up above if you want to see more of our favorites. So this is such a good book. I love it. All right. Last but not least, these are from Rebecca, and I got these at a thrift store, but I am loving these. They're 8 for grade level 2, and the story tree and all kinds of animals. These are great books for science, and they have little chapters with little stories that are about character, and they have words to watch. And if you have an older kid, they could do that as their vocabulary, and it's really, really great. They have questions at the end, and I love these books. These books, I think I'm going to always have Rebecca books with me, because I really like the layout of them. They also have poetry in them. And this book, for instance, has a lot of animals, from pets to woodland animals to the songbirds. They also talk about animals around the world and African partners. So it's so pretty with all of the photographs and the realistic pictures that they have. Some of them they painted like here. And it's really a great nature book. I really enjoy it. And then this is the New Kid on the Block poems, and they're really, really silly. And I'll share the ones that my kids really love. Bleezers, it's called Bleezers Ice Cream, and they talk about the silliest ice cream like tapioca, smoked bologna, and chicken cherry honeydew. And my kids get a kick out of reading the silly ice cream flavors, and then one day we did a little art project with it and made some ice cream. So that one was so fun. Poems. And the llama who had no pajamas is a really funny one too. I like this a lot, and my kids seem to enjoy it. There's a lot of good stories here, and a lot of poems about pets and insects that we really like to read. So these are all of our morning read out loud books that we have been enjoying. I hope you guys enjoyed watching these. Let me know if you like these morning basket videos. I know I like watching them to see what other people are reading. And then I'll also share with you guys, I'm going to be doing a unit study with our devotional book called Indescribable with God and Science. So stay tuned for that as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.